Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. This week's episode of Wicked World Options is Shrinking was absolutely hilarious. Zevon showed to be a completely crazy villain kid who has tons of potions, a creepy crush on Mel, and the most silly vocabulary in all of Ordon. And CJ is back. I have been waiting ages for this. In today's review I will dig into how Freddie, Jay, Carlos and Jane may escape the lamp and what will maybe happen in the next episode. But first a quick episode recap. The episode was a direct continuation of episode 26. Zevon, son of Isma, revealed how he got to Ordon. Like many of us suspected, he swam past the barrier between Ordon and the Lost Isle, when Mel lowered the shield on her little trip. Then finally we got to see CJ again. Zevon didn't swim the whole way across the Sea of Serenity. Apparently CJ was sailing in her rowboat and agreed to take Zevon to Ordon in exchange for a mighty 50-feet schooner when his plan succeeds. But what is Zevon's plan? Thankfully Carlos only needed to ask, why? And then Zevon started on a huge monologue, as villains often do. He wants to take over the whole of Ordon and, as he said, fulfill his family's destiny. Just like Isma wanted to become an empress in the Emperor's new groove. If Jay, Carlos, Freddie and Jane had been a bit smarter, they would have made their move while Zevon was talking, either capturing him or simply running away. But no, they let him finish the whole monologue, and then he threw some potions at them, making the villain kid and Jane run the opposite way, spin around and shrink into the size of mice. With the help of CJ, they were then trapped in a lamp and Zevon went to steal the jewels. But Ben, without knowing anything about what's going on, removed them a few seconds before, so they were out of Zevon's reach. Now to the fun stuff. I know that Zevon was the star of this episode, but I was actually most excited about CJ being back. Her humor is fantastic. And just like Pinkie Pie can conjure up cakes and party cannons, CJ apparently has the magic power of summoning swinging ropes wherever she is. And her little crush on Jay is adorable. Do you remember the squeaky noise when she touched his arm? Oh well, back to Zevon. We already knew many of the things which got revealed about Zevon, who his parents is, what his goal is, and how he got to Ordon. But there were a few things we didn't know, like the fact that he has a one-sided crush on Mel. Were you also creeped out by the fact that he was stalking Mel on the Lost Isle? He actually expected her to be there for him to get him? Also, he seems to be good at making strategies, but kinda dumb at the same time. I mean, he stuck his head into a hall filled with people. What if anyone has spotted him? The Ordon kids may not have magic at hand, but they could summon the guards and fairy godmother at any time. However, as we haven't seen any adults in the show yet, don't expect any adult to pop in at all. I think all this will be solved by the villain kids and the Ordon kids that we have already seen in Wicked World. This leads me to the main question. What will happen next? How will Jay, Carlos, Freddie and Jane get free? And who will defeat Zevon? I don't think Lonnie takes the text too seriously. It is after all just an SMS, so how will they get free? If you take a close look at this screenshot, you can see that the villain kids and Jane are so small that the lamp is pretty big for them. As magic is removed from Ordon, I think most of the wishing magic is gone from all the lamps, so they can't just rub the size of it and wish themselves out of there. Jane's magic is too unpredictable to do anything, and it doesn't seem like Freddie has her shadow cards with her. I think the solution lies in CJ's funny quote. Especially you, Carlos. If he is indeed much tinier than the rest, he could maybe sneak out of the long end of the lamp and then run to Mal and Evie. The reason I say that Carlos might warn Mal and Evie first is because of the intro picture. In this picture, both Mal and Evie have their jewels. The only reason I can think of that would make Audrey welcome Mal back into the Jewelbilee would be if Mal saved the day. So I think Mal will use her own powers within to break the curse on the gem and then use its powers, maybe together with the other villain kids, to defeat Zevon. As I said before, the jewels probably have their own powers, besides being cursed. And that's why King Beast chose to keep them safe from the villains 20 years ago. Now that these villain kids have shown they can be good, they are allowed to get their jewel back, as they won't use the powers for evil things. Maybe the 5 villain kids will all combine their gem's powers to blast Zevon back to the Isle of the Lost. Or maybe the gem magic can turn him good again. No matter what, I'm sure the showdown will be amazing. And I cross my fingers CJ will become a student at Ordon Prep afterwards. But I don't count on it, to be honest. She seems too much of a free spirit to follow the rules. Last but not least, did you get a good look at Ben? He looks absolutely dashing in his royal outfit. I can't wait for the next episodes to see Mel with a curse-free jewel, to hear Audrey's very important musical number, and to see more of Zevon's silly personality. What do you think will happen? And what did you like best from episode 27? Let us know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so grateful for my awesome subscribers. You are the best. See you in my next video.